Able to do this in your hometown, in front of your home fans, what was that moment like?
I mean, it was amazing just to know that there was 70 something people here and being in their hometown. I was just extremely happy, and I'm glad my mom was able to see this.
How does this set you up for Tuesday?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm always looking to get more minutes and working hard, and I felt like I didn't perform my best during the game, but I was able to get a goal and follow the rebound and help the team out, and that's what's most important.
You scored against one of the best teams in the world, and you scored against Leo Messi. What was that feeling like when you equalized 1-1?
I mean, it was crazy. I remember just putting my finger up and saying, wait, I need to check if I actually really scored to my teammates and stuff. And after that, I saw everybody running toward me, and it was just an amazing feeling. And I ran to the corner, and I was really happy.
Where do you go from here? I mean,
yes.
Scored in MLS last week. You scored now in the national team 2 times, 3 games. Where do you go from here? How do you keep the motivation high?
I mean, just day in and day out, I just try to work hard, and I think it's working really good for me because in training, I work hard, and players and the coaches, I heard recognize that, and just try to stay grounded and keep going up on this roller coaster because I'm about to be in space.
Has Hans texted you?
First half, Juan, before you got into the game, what was going through your mind on the sidelines?
Before I got into the game, I was just like, wow, Argentina is such a good team, and and just the way they keep the ball, most of the part of the game. And if I get in, I'm going to try to, change the game and stuff like that, and work hard on defense.
When did you know you were going in?
As soon as the whistle blew,
guys, 2 more questions, right? No round.
Told me to warm up, and I was really excited to get on the field.
You were on the field 15 minutes before you scored. How big was that confidence boost for the rest of the game?
It was amazing because during the game I didn't feel too comfortable. I mean, the pitch was a little heavy, and there was so much pressure on Argentina, and there was nobody forward because everybody seemed like they were sitting back and defending. And after the goal, I just felt a lot smoother on the ball, and it's amazing what a goal can do because it gives you so much more confidence.
One.
Third game for the U.S., but your first time with the starters. How'd you feel?
This is the last question, guys.
It was amazing just to play with those guys because those guys have so many caps under their belts, and they've been to the World Cup and they've done amazing things in the World Cup that I watched on TV, and I was just really happy to be a part of this.
Good. Do you think you guys showed a little bit too much respect in the first half to Argentina? Was it not as straightforward as that?
It's difficult because we really want to keep in possession well, so that means we're having to run a lot. So when we did get the ball, players I think were a little bit tired and might have been careless a few times with the ball, and it didn't help us because it put us right under the gun again. But I thought the second half things opened up a little bit more, and we were able to affect them more on the counterattack, and at the end, it was like anybody could have got the game. So happy with the result, but we'd like to have more possession, we'd like to create more chances, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
How important are these games against the best teams in the world? Always a learning curve?
It's friendly, I mean, you take it for what it's worth. You just go out there, try to get as sharp as you can for the Gold Cup, because that's the most important thing right now. So we got to fine-tune some things, and I think it's a chance for the manager, Bob, to see what team he wants to take and make sure that we're sharp going into that tournament.
How about the inclusion of Juan Agudelo into the second half? What did that add in the switch to the 4-4-2?
I think putting 2 forwards up top, we're able to put more pressure on their back 4. In the first half, we only had 1 up there, and it really wasn't causing them too much problems in the sense of limiting their possession in the back. They were just able to pass it around freely. I think with 2 up top, it forced them to be under a little bit more pressure and maybe play some passes that they didn't want to play. And sometimes we were able to get the ball. So, and also gave us a little advantage going forward when we'd win it, and maybe sometimes our defenders didn't have many options. At least you had a ball that you could play up top to one of them, and you'd have at least more people up there to run onto it.
What were your thoughts about him, seeing him now, playing with him for the first time?
Yeah, I thought he's been sharp in camp. It was a good header by Carlos Bocanegra and a good reaction by him on the goal. But I think we have some young talent coming up, and just got to continue to grow and nurture that, and I think things are looking good for the future.
What was a skirmish in the second half with you and some of the Argentines?
It's just, just to show the ref that he wasn't giving us too many calls. It seemed like when they would get fouled, he was quick to give us yellows. So it was just kind of one of those things to let the ref know that, hey, that we're not going to stand for that. We're going to stand up for ourselves. And I think doing that gave us a little bit of life. And sometimes you got to do that in the game.
Do you expect a different game against Paraguay down in Nashville, or do you think the same as Argentina gave you today?
I think it'll be a little bit of a different game, but you don't really know until you're out there. But I think we're going to look at some tapes and work on some things, but make sure that we put in a better performance.
You went to the 4-4-2. Seemed like you were a little bit more comfortable out there with someone to play off of.
Yeah, I thought we did better. I thought I'd just give the backs more options to play. I thought we were just more effective.
And what were your thoughts of playing with Juan now for the first time in a match? And just kind of maybe, do you sense a chemistry could be formed?
Oh, he's a good player. For me, he's a pure footballer. He's confident on the ball. He has a good touch, and you can see he's coming along pretty well. So when he came to the game right away, he had the link-up play going on. He has that nose for goal. He gets in the right spots. He came out and really helped us.
You seem to take a nasty two-footed challenge around the second half. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. It's part of the job. I told him, these are the games where you kind of introduce yourself to everybody. He did. It's an easy goal. Anybody can shot. It's not. He was in the right spot, and he did well. He either did that over or he missed it. Jerry did well with it. It's coming along really well. I just hope that we as a whole act like his parents and just keep him humble, let him,